Welcome back, my YouTube friends. Yes, we have Curious Gidget here. He is doing the final inspection. Is it okay, Gidget? Can I open it? Can I open it? All right, good girl. So, here we go. So those of you that watched my last video, didn't go so well, had some issues with that vacuum. I am now waiting on the seller to email me back because I've asked for either a partial refund and I'll keep it and repair it, or I'm happy to ship it back. So there's where we are on that. Now on this one, let's just see what we got in here. It almost will be a little bit of a flashback. So, this look familiar? Nice stretchy black hose. Looks kind of nasty in there. Still works. A little bit stiff. Suction control. Hopefully this is all. I'll put my glasses on. Make sure the hose is okay. Okay, that's part A. Let's keep going. Well, and here's the handle. So we have the on-off switch, and we have the carpet and floor switch. We have the quick release for the cord, and it looks like we have a docking place for, I guess that would be maybe a crevice tool or something. And we have the bottom part for the cord wind. Did send me the screw to put this back on. So, okay. Now let's put this aside. I remember the seller said might want to replace the cord. And he showed me a picture of it, so I just want to see what that looked like. So yes, here is a spot. It's been taped. Here is another spot. It's been taped. And here's two more spots that's been taped. Wow. Here's another spot that needs tape. And that has a bare wire on it. And that is that. So, that aside, put all this stuff back in there. Okay. So this one is in that brown metallic sparkly. This is a Simplicity Synergy. My belt will last a lifetime. Says Simplicity, a consumer guide, Best Buy. Now, all I can say is it's going to be a little bit of a rough state. I saw all the pictures. Does not want to come out, does it? So that's a little dirty, but not bad. I mean, that's workable. Come on. There we go. Okay. So let's look underneath. Very stiff bristles, very dirty bristles. So we have the two wheels up front, these two wheels and the big wheels in the back. Headlights up front. We have the brush roll light and we have the dirt bag light on the back, showing very dusty and dirty. So we do have the control for the wand. Okay, what's this say? Simplicity, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 12 amps, model number G as in gravity 9.2. 12 amps. What is nice, if you ever get a clog, this all comes off, so you can get in there if you need to. Release valve is in here. And what I'm don't want to see is the inside. Whoops, what's up here? There we go. Oh, I don't want to see this. So, it's clear someone tested this without a bag. Look at that. This is what they send you. Their dirt, their nastiness, everything. They want your money. Look at that. But they're not willing to take something and just clean this out. That's what eBay is getting you nowadays. Completely a mess in there. So it's clear someone has been running this without a bag in it. So, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to go get me a vacuum cleaner with a dusting brush so I can clean this up and at least do something with it before I even think about plugging it in. So give me a second. Okay, welcome back. So I went downstairs and got my trusty old Miele. And we're going to make this thing work a little better, hopefully. Okay. So it's a little better. Not 100%. But it's a little better. But don't you think I should attack this? What a difference. What a difference. Now if I can get it back in there. There we go. Let me see if I can, whoops. Let me get this. All right, let me grab a bag, back in a second. Okay, so I grabbed the bag out of my other one. Okay. If all goes well, then I'll put a fresh bag in it. But let's make sure the thing at least works before we do anything else. Do I hear amen? Okay, let me get my screwdriver. Okay, try this again. Okay. Now, before I plug her in, I need to find that spot that was bare. Someone has ran this cord over multiple times. So there it is. So, pardon me again while I go get some electrical tape. Okay, my roughy-roos. Looks like if all goes well, I will be ordering a new cord. I'll be honest with you, I've never replaced a cord on one of these. I don't know if they're replaceable or do you have to get a whole new handle. I think it's replaceable. I could be wrong. All right, so let's put Mr. Mila away for right now. This poor thing never gives up. Looks horrible, runs like a champ. Okay, put this here. Oh my goodness. One thing at a time. Connect the hose. There we go. And we have tools off. And real quick, I'm just going to read the description again just to make sure before I plug this thing in. No blowing up on my watch. Okay, so it says, comes from a smoke-free home, in working order, needs a new cord. What do you think about that? We're going to find out. Well, she might look a little bit rough, but not bad. So let me get more situated here so that we can do a little bit of a demo with it, I guess, just to see. Okay, my friends, we're going to do a quick run, and then we're going to throw some rice down. Here we go. I was wondering why it wasn't biting into carpet. So the adjustment is all the way. So how do you get that to? The adjustment is all the way up. There we go. It was a little stuck. This pile of carpet is very low. So let's put it on. Very stiff. There we go. Now let's see what she does. That is much better. All right, let's go up one more notch. All right, that is better. So, let's throw some rice down and see what we can do. Okay. One sweep forward and back. Okay, it didn't drag anything back. And it got all the rice. I could actually feel and see the agitation. And I can tell by seeing my footprints in the carpet, it's lifting the carpet up. So the agitation on this thing is pretty awesome. Very aggressive. I cannot complain on that. Let's see if I can show you the agitation, if I can focus it down a little bit more. So I'm going to throw some more of this rice down, if you can see it. And watch the agitation on this thing. Back up. All right, my friends, we're just going to have to spruce this up a little bit. Nothing major. all-purpose cleaner, some paper towels. And of course, the grand eraser. I'm not going to do a full clean. I'm just going to see if I can get some of this stuff off and see what happens. Because on the sides is a lot of marring, if you will. You can see this. I'm going to see if I can get that off and go from there. I swear that's like paint, what it feels like. Well, there it went, came right off. That is a beautiful color, that brown metallic. Sometimes it looks black. I wonder why sellers just don't give a little bit of time to wipe them down and clean them up. Don't they know they probably get more money, more bids on something if they just present them a little bit better? But I guess not. Okay, does look much better. Comes right off. Why don't they just give it a couple of seconds and just wipe it down? I don't understand, people. You're running a business and you're trying to make money on eBay. And if you just take a little bit of time and do this, come on. Look at that. Comes right off. If they've just given it a couple of seconds of his or her time, all that is coming right off. Just amazing. Well, that is really gouged in there, so that's not paint. Same there. Okay. Those are some pretty deep gouges, so you can't fix that. Let's check this other side. Truly don't understand, my friends. Well, it's looking much better. But I'm not going to make you sit all through this. It looks a lot better. Runs pretty nice. My only thing is I need to get inside to this chamber and really clean that up. That was horrendous. Vacuum out did a lot, but that's definitely, and this wheel is kind of stiff. I need to clean that up. But all in all, it runs very nice. It just needs a little TLC, huh? Unplug this sucker. Well, there you go, my friends. I think for its age, not bad. Disappointed in the seller couldn't take a few minutes of his or her time to give it some clean. But I guess we all aren't perfect. If you know about these vacuums, down in the description, please let me know about these cords. Have you replaced one before? I'm assuming by looking at this, I can undo this and put the new cord on. You can't even see me. Sorry. There we go. Hello. I'm assuming the way this is built here, that this comes off and I can put a new cord on. But if you know, like I said, down in the description below, let me know that, because I really don't think you should have to replace this whole. Would be easy, wouldn't worry about this, but let me know. But this is the Simplicity Synergy. You saw the headlight was working, the dirt sensors was working, the height adjustment is a bit rough. Interior, you saw that was a bit rough, but I cleaned it up a little bit. It definitely is going to need to be cleaned in here. I might just have to take it all apart and clean it because that was horrendous. So other than that, there you go. There will definitely be a part 2 on this one. Oh, so you can see that, sorry. And we'll go from there. Again, I am liking this metallic brown. That looks pretty cool. When you first look at it, it kind of looks black, but as the light moves, you can see that it's like a chocolate brown with metallic specks in it. Quite cool. All right, thanks for coming along. Any ideas, thoughts, prayers, whatever it may be, put them down in the comment description below. Have any information on this here vacuum? Again, let me know. Let's chat about it. Until then, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Think about subscribing to my channel. Give me a thumbs up and go and ring that bell. Why? So each and every time I upload a video like this, you will be notified. Until then, have a great day.